Hello everyone, good day. My name is Ronalie Roda. So today I am going to report about the Mindanao regions and Higaan. But before that, let me share my screen to you guys so that you will see the content of my report. So for a while, so now, as you can see in my screen, it is all about the Mindanao regions and Higaanan. So now let's proceed to the next slide so that we will know what is the content on this report. Now, the first one is we will talk about the Mindanao regions and what are the regions are in Mindanao. So here is the region 9 to 13. So the next one is we are going to talk about the Higaanan. So Mindanao is one of the three island groups making up the Philippine archipelago. Its largest islands are the Mindanao landmass, Basilan, Hulu, Tawi-Tawi, and Dinagat Island. So since the Mindanao as of 2020, the Mindanao Island Group had a total population of 26,252,442, representing 24.88% of the entire population of the Philippines. So now, the island group is bordered clockwise from the north by the Sulu Sea, Dipolog Strait, Bohol Sea, Surigao Strait, Litigo, Philippine Sea, and the Celebes Sea. So Mindanao has 6 regions, namely the Region 9, which is the Zamboanga Peninsula, Region 10 is the Northern Mindanao, Region 11, Davao Region, and then the Region 12 is the Sac-Sargin, the Region 13, Caraga Region, and the last one is the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So now the list of regions. So we'll have to proceed with it. So the regions of Mindanao encompasses a total of 27 provinces. So among all the regions in Mindanao, so it encompasses with 27 provinces with an aggregate of 33 cities and 422 municipalities. The total number of barangays in the island group is 10,084. So now, the historical population in the Mindanao was the population of Mindanao grew from 670,833 in 1903. So to 26,252,442 in 2020, which was this was the census they have got from the last 2 years ago, which is 2020. Now, an increase of 25,581,609 people over the course of the 117 years. So that was a very long time ago. So the latest census figures in 2020 denote a positive growth rate of 1.79%, or an increase of 2,116,667 people from the previous population of 24,135,775 in 2015. That was 8 years ago. So that was the census that they have they got from the last 8 years ago. So now, historical population derived from the sum of the populations of regions currently under the island group. So these region populations are derived from the Philippine Statistics Authority. So it is not just Hinimo-Himo. So it is basically based from the PSA, or it is also known as the national, like the NSO. So this is not just hinimura nila nga kuan. So nag-base sila sa PSA, or the Philippine Statistics Authority. So now we will go on our next slide. So Mindanao, as I have mentioned earlier, has 6 regions, namely, I'll repeat, the Region 9, which is the Zamboanga Peninsula. Region 10 is the Region 10 is the Northern Mindanao. Region 11 is the Davao region. Region 12, Sorsogon. And then Region 13 is the Caraga. And the last one is the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So now, we'll have to proceed to our next subtopic, which is the first region in Mindanao. So the first one is the Region 9, so the Zamboanga Peninsula. So for a while, so the Zamboanga Peninsula, officially designated as Region 9, is an administrative region in the Philippines, occupying the western section of the Mindanao. Now, the Zamboanga Peninsula covers the 3 provinces, namely Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga del Sur, and the Zamboanga Sibugay, as well as one highly urbanized city, which is the Zamboanga City, and the component of city of Isabela. So the regional center is the city of Pagadian. So its population, as determined by the 2020 census, so 2 years ago, was 3,875,576. This represented 14.76% of the overall population of the Mindanao Island Group, or 3.55% of the entire population of the Philippines. So now, based on these figures, the population density is computed at 229 inhabitants per square kilometer, or 594 inhabitants per square mile. So now, the Zamboanga Peninsula is bordered clockwise from the northeast by the Dipolog Strait, Bohol Sea, Northern Mindanao, and then Iliana Bay, Moro Gulf, Celebes, or the Celebes Sea, and the Bogway Bay, then Basilan Strait, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or the Sulu Archipelago, and the Sulu Sea. So this is the map where the Mindanao, or the Zamboanga Peninsula, located is. So now we'll have to proceed to the next region, which is the Region 10, which is the Northern Mindanao. So the Northern Mindanao is officially designated as Region 10, is an administrative region in the Philippines, occupying the northern central section of Mindanao. So now, the Northern Mindanao covers the 5 provinces, namely Bukidnon, Camiguin, Lanao del Norte, Misamis Occidental, and Misamis Oriental, as well as 2 highly organized cities. The regional center is the city of Cagayan de Oro. So its population as determined by the 2020 census, so more on their census was more on last 2020. So was 5,022,768. This represented 19.13% of the overall population of the Mindanao East Island group. So 19.13 is most likely is from the island group, or 4.61% of the entire population of the Philippines. So based on these figures, the population density is computed as the 246 inhabitants per square kilometer, or 636 inhabitants per square mile. So for you to know that the map of the northern Mindanao is bordered clockwise from the north by the Bohol Sea, Ligan Bay, and then Makahalar Bay, Dinguo Bay, then Caraga. So possible makuan niya ang Caraga region, the Davao region, then the Sac region, Bangsamoro Autonomous region in the Muslim Mindanao, and the Illana Bay, Pagadian Bay, and the Zamboanga Peninsula. Now let's move on to the next region, which is the region 11. It is the Davao region. So the Davao region, officially designated as the Region 10, is an administrative region in the Philippines occupying the southeastern section of Mindanao. So the Davao region covers the 5 provinces. It covers 5 provinces also, which is the Davao de Oro, which is the Campos del Valle, Davao del Norte, Davao del Sur, Davao Occidental, and Davao Oriental, and as well as one highly urbanized city, which is the regional center, is the city of Davao. Now, its population as determined by the 2020 census was 5,243,536. So this represented 19.97% of the overall population of the Mindanao East Island group, or 4.81% of the entire population of the Philippines. Now, for you to know, so here is the map. Davao region is bordered clockwise from the north by Caraga, the Philippine Sea, Davao Gulf, Celebes Sea, Sac region, and northern Mindanao. Next, now let's go on with our next what do you call this one? Next region, and it is the Sac region, which is officially designated as Region 12, is an administrative region in the Philippines occupying the southern central section of Mindanao. Now, the Region 12, which is the Sac region, covers the 4 regions. So, it is the Cotabato, Sarangani, South Cotabato, and the Sultan Kudarat, as well as one highly urbanized city, which is the General Santos, and the independent components of city of Cotabato. The regional center is the city of Coronadal. So its population is determined by the 2020 census was 4,901,486. This represented 18.67% of the overall population of the Mindanao Island group, or 4.50% of the entire population of the Philippines. Now, the map of Sac region is bordered clockwise from the northeast by northern Mindanao, Davao region, the Sarangani Strait, Sarangana Bay, Sulawesi, Moro Gulf, and the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Now, let's move on to the next region, which is the Region 13, and that is the Caraga region. So, Caraga region, officially designated as Region 13, is an administrative region in the Philippines occupying the northeastern section of Mindanao. So, the Caraga region covers the 5 provinces also. These are the Agusan del Norte, Agusan del Sur, Dinagat Island, Surigao del Norte, and Surigao del Sur, as well as one highly urbanized city. The regional center is the city of Butuan. So, the regional center in Caraga region is the city of Butuan. So, its population that was determined by the 2020 census, so it was 2,804,788. So this represented 10.68% of the overall population of the Mindanao East Group, or 2.57% of the entire population of the Philippines. Now, the map of the Caraga region is bordered clockwise from the north by the Surigao Strait, Leyte Gulf, Philippine Sea, Davao Region, Northern Mindanao, and Butuan Bay, and the Bohol Sea. So now let's move on to the last region in Mindanao region, which is the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or the BARMM. So now, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, officially designated as BARMM, is an administrative region in the Philippines group under the Mindanao Island Group. So, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region covers the 5 provinces also. These are Basilan, Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao, Sulu, and also the Tawi. So the regional center is the city of Cotabato. So its population, once again, this was determined by the 2020 census, was 4,404,288. This represented 16.78% of the overall population of the Mindanao Island Group, or 4.04% of the entire population of the Philippines. So, based on these figures, the population density is computed at 120 inhabitants per square kilometer, or 311 inhabitants per square mile. Now, the map of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region is bordered clockwise from the northeast by northern Mindanao, Sac-Sargin, the Moro Gulf, Sulawesi, and the Sulu Sea. Now, since we are done with the Mindanao regions, we are going to proceed with the Higaonon. So, Higaonon, what does Higaonon mean? So, Higaonon is an indigenous tribe in the northern Mindanao in the southern Philippines. So, Higaonon is located in the Mindanao, in the mountainous area of Mindanao. So, these have preserved an ancient system of conflict resolution which has enabled them to be a truly peaceful community. However, there is a need to ensure that this knowledge is not lost in the future. So they make sure that whatever happen in the future, Higaonon will never be mawala in our history, or they will always be part in the Philippine history. So the Higaonon described as the people living in the mountains. So as I have mentioned earlier, so they are mostly living sa mga mountainous area. So, and people of the wilderness are one of the Lumads, or the indigenous peoples in the mountainous areas of northern Mindanao in southern Philippines, who have resisted assimilation or acculturation with their tradition systems, practices, beliefs, and remaining relatively intact. So the Higaonon continuously live as an organized community and communally bounded and defined territory, and have under claims of ownership since time immemorial, possess customs, traditions, and other distinctive cultural traits. They are one of the indigenous people, or what is most likely called the IPs. So it means the indigenous people. So recognized as the true natives of the island, who at one time occupied and controlled a substantial portion of the Mindanao and Sulu archipelago. So most likely sa Mindanao, they are more on mga katong people who are living in the mountainous area, and they like kanang naa sila yung mga kagalingang kanang rules and regulations, and naa sila mga ipinaglaban silang kinabuhi nga, which is di sila magpalupig to the people who are living in the urban area. So Mercado 1998 has argued that unlikely the early IPs who embraced Christianity, the Lumads have retained their original primal religion because they refused to accept either Islam or Christianity at the early times of colonization. So since these people are living in the mostly in I don't think so it is Bisaya Fern, which is the Lumad. So Lumad means nakakadra puyo nga lugar. So they are living on that like a particular place. So that's what means Lumad. So though a Christian sect penetrated the communities in Bukidnon in 2007 and baptized at least 50 members from a tribe in Cagahuman area. So while these members practice their original religion while at the same time joining weekly worship with their Christian group. So since they have their naman sila ilahang kagalingang pinuuhan, so some of them was baptized, and while they were kanang like nag-worship pa sila so in their original religion. So one of the indigenous practices that the Higaonons have retained up to this day is their system of conflict resolution. So locally called paghusay, meaning to settle. So since namay kanang mga babag sa kanang ilahang mga rules and regulations, and also there are some people who are not kanang ganahan sa ilahang religion. So they have like money siya namugna ang sa ilaha ang paghusay, which is inyuhang husayon kung unsa may inyuhang kanang wala ninyo nakasabutan, and this means is to settle. So with its tribal council composed of a supreme datu or the chieftain, 11 delegates which has 3 bais or women delegates, and 25 alimaon tribal police. So the 25 alimaon means the tribal police, and the 3 bais means women delegates. So there are 3 women delegates, and They resolve all kinds of complex conflicts as long as they take place within their jurisdiction. So, once kanang like magkahiusap sila, so mara sila mutuo to their kaning mga ilahang they have kaning mga gipang mention ako. So, cases that reach the tribal authorities for possibility resolution include thievery, fighting, murder, misunderstandings, adultery, and land conflicts, contempt against rituals, and conflicts involving rivals. So, mo na siya mga kanang mostly nga hinungdan why they have kanang yes, of course, mga kanang di sila magkasina, but within terms of mga ani, it's because takman sa din siya nga mga kanang mga binuhatan nga di maayo. So, possible, mga adultery, so na sila mga misunderstandings, and then about land conflicts, so basin imbis diri ang territory nila atas pagid ang ilahang mga kuan. So mao na mga isa sa mga examples why they have that such kind of kanang conflict. There are times mulala, so mao na siya usahan natin mga because nga kanang mga rebellion. So mag-rebellion ng uban kay murag lagpas na sila sa ilahang rules and regulations. Now, the ability of the Higaonon to effectively solve the internal conflicts has led to them being described as the genuinely peace-loving community and the weavers of peace. So, here, since the Higaonon, like, naman sila ilahang kaugaling ng rules and regulations, and they are going to settle everything kung kaya ta. So, mo na siya nga they are living in the mountainous area in Mindanao, and they were called as the weavers of peace. So, mangita silang mga pamaagi for them to be able to kanang like ma-reach nila ilahang goal. So, then now, so this is all about the Higaonon, the Mindanao regions and the Higaonon. So that's all. So hope you have learned something from this lesson. So that's all. Thank you. Bye bye.